So I started running to actually win medals, because as a kid growing up I did not have a lot of medals.
Hi guys, we are at this beautiful setup of Orangutan Esports team. Hashtag Ape. It's a matter of pride for us to actually associate with them. The whole thought process was to kind of understand the philosophy of esports athletes, and I think when we talk about esports athletes, it's a lot to do with the mental training. Of course, physical aspect comes into play. And of course, we have Jai here with me, who runs the organization. Jai, you've done a phenomenal job already.
Thank you.
With what you've done. I've seen you a couple of times, like your post where you've run marathons. So if you can tell us a little bit about how you started your journey of running marathons, and what do you feel about what's that aspect of running that you really enjoy?
So I started running to actually win medals, because as a kid growing up I did not have a lot of medals, and whenever I saw my friends or my friends' fathers run and have those medals, that kind of attracted me to start running. And I think it's been 5 years now since I've been running marathons. I do a lot of 10K marathons every weekend, and the Tata Mumbai Marathon has been the biggest marathon for me. And yeah, I think that from the urge of winning medals to this becoming a passion of just for a good life and nice, running is so peaceful sometimes. When you're running an esports organization, there's so much happening around, there's so many thoughts at all points, and I just decide to go for a run at Marine Drive, and I just enjoy my runs. And yeah, it's good for fitness as well. I don't do it for fitness. That's not the motto, but just because I enjoy running, and I feel there's good music, and running is something which I have really enjoyed.
Of course. That's great. So while you do what you do in terms of running this esports organization, and also with the fact that you yourself run, and of course it was for something else earlier, and now it's for more about getting your mental peace and the whole well-being of yourself, how have you imbibed those values into the esports team? Because we saw the gym is well equipped, the setup's great of course, but then the whole physical aspect of how athletes are actually taking up and working out and stuff.
No, so I think fitness from day one has been one of the priorities for us at Orangutan, because we realize that is one of the USPs that is helping us to build great esports athletes for the future. Because I feel fitness, just like any other sports, I think fitness is equally important in esports as well, because you speak to any of the players, if they are fit mentally, physically, if they have if they are eating the right things, if they are working out and maintaining their bodies in the right way, they are lesser prone to injuries. Their reflexes in the game are much better. They just feel good about themselves while playing as well. So fitness has played a very important role for us, and there are so many examples. Raw fuel, weights, they've lost like 15-20 kgs in the gym above, and it's purely because it's not because we've told them to do. We have given all the facilities, and we keep emphasizing on the fact that you need to be fit and not eat junk food all the time. But I think they are people are getting inspired by one another, and when you see a player who's at its peak is trying to improve himself by being fit, I think that plays an important role. And running is such a thing that you don't really need a skill. You just have to wear your shoes and go for a run anywhere. And I think the vicinity for us is so nice, peaceful, that anyone can just get out of the boot camp and go for a run down the hill, come back up. So I'm quite excited, and running is something I always wanted to get into esports in some way or the other, and I think it's our first opportunity that you've given us to
Right.
do something in the running space as well.
No, of course. I think now it's maybe helped you to get a championship also.
Yeah.
So now you won a cup,
Yeah.
if not a medal, maybe it's like
Yeah.
it's one of the biggest achievements with the team that you've got.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, thank you so much for associating the whole idea for us at 1/8 Run to collaborate with the Orangutan team is I would say a matter of pride, where with one of the best esport team in the country, it's an association that we feel it helps us to drive the community.
Yeah.
That's the whole agenda.
Yeah.
And I think moving on to the next runs, we are doing some solid collaborations
Yeah.
with other sports teams, but with esport it really helps us to drive the whole agenda in a very solid manner.
Yeah.
And it definitely gives us the hope that more and more esports players are
Yeah.
getting and
I
coming
think that's
in,
the-
they're getting the opportunity to
That's the
become
mindset, promoting fitness, promoting just the well-being, mental and physical,
Right.
is so important in esports, because not everyone is taking it seriously.
Right.
So I think with what we are doing, that should spread a message to
Right.
the community in itself.
Right.
And yeah, I think once
Yeah.
we do something, everyone will join
Right,
us.
of course. And this is the first one, many
Yeah.
more to come. So thanks
Yeah.
for your time, man.
Yes.